Hello everyone. So this is our third video of this Wireshark lecture. So in third video we will discuss about TCP. Okay. So basically why we need the TCP. Source destination in Wireshark to read the packet and to find out like packet is receiving or where packet is forwarding between source to destination or not. Right. When client is sending the request, the three-way handshake happens like SYN, SYNAC and ACK. So what are these? We will discuss here. So what is the TCP three-way handshake? Right. TCP you guys already aware. So this is a TCP and UDP. UDP is a user datagram protocol. And TCP stands for the transmission control protocol. Right. So both having the different features like UDP provide the fastest speed and TCP provide, but like it provide the acknowledgement as well, right? So it's a having the less speed as comparison of UDP. So what are these TCP? What are these TCP three-way handshake? So or you can say like three-way handshake or TCP three-way handshake, both are same, right? So it's a process to use a TCP IP network to make a connections. So connections, so the connection will happen between server and client. So it used between server and client, and it is a three-step process that required both the client and server to exchange synchronization, right? So they will exchange the synchronization and acknowledgement, right? Synchronization you can see like SYN and ACK. Okay, synchronization and acknowledgement packet before the real data communication process starts, right? So before the real communication they establish the three-way handshake communication. The three-way handshake process is designed in such a way that both ends help you initiate, negotiate, and separate TCP sockets connection at the same time. So what it helps, like it helps you to transfer multiple TCP socket connections in both directions at the same time, right? So it helps us. So next we will learn about the TCP message type. Okay, so we TCP messages are SYN, ACK, SYNAC and FIN, right? So SYN synchronization, acknowledgement, SYNAC and FIN is like used to terminate the connections if your connection has been terminated. So in that time in the flag you can see that FIN. Okay, so we will discuss about the three-way handshake as of now, and later on we will discuss about the TCP flag as well, right? So the TCP three-way handshake process, so like how it happens. So these are some steps you can see we will discuss one by one. So we already discussed like the communication happens between client and server. So first of all what happens, like these are some steps. Step 1 SYN, step 2 SYNAC, step 3 ACK. So how the communication will start, like the client established a connection with the server. Okay, so you can see this arrow, the client is sending the request and trying to establish the connection with the server. It sends segments with SYN and informs the server about the client should start communication and with what should be its sequence number, right? So it will be start the communications, and another, this is a step 2. Server respond to the client with SYNAC. ACK helps you to signify the response of segment that is received, and SYN signifies with sequence number, right? SYN will signify the sequence number, ACK will be the response of the segment. Next we have the step 3, it's acknowledgement. The client acknowledges the process of the server. They both create a stable connection with being the actual data transfer process. Okay, so SYN, SYNAC and ACK. So now the client and server establish the three-way handshake connections, and now they are ready to transfer the data. So this is required before sending the data in the actual world. Okay, so it happens. So other you can see in the real world example. So it is, you can see the client is sending the sync with the sequence number of this 4321, and then the reply, okay, it's providing the acknowledgement number and adding the SYN as well, right? So you can see the server will receive the packet and it responds with its query number. It responds also with acknowledgement number, right? It's responding with the acknowledgement number with the incremented with 1, right? So you can see. So other is like if we example of one like capture. So in the three-way handshake, you can see the numbers and the time duration, source, destination, protocol, length, info, right? So this is my source 192.168.1.104. It trying to reach it to this destination. This is my source is trying to reach this destination. This is the destination IP and the protocol is TCP. So you can see like in the info it's sending the SYN packet, windowing size, length, MSS, right? So you can see here. Second packet is receiving from the server, means destination, and it will be source, it will be my destination on that time. SYN. So now we are receiving reply from the server end. You can see SYNAC. The sequence number, acknowledgement number, it will increment the one value, okay, in the reply, and the third packet from the source, it will be acknowledgement. So it is in this pcap file we can easily understand like how the communication is happening. So if I click on this frame, this is a frame. Let's check the Ethernet. Okay, this is a MAC IP, Internet Protocol version, source and destination, the length, and these are the flags we will discuss in our next videos. Okay, just want to show like how what things we can check in the TCP in the Wireshark.